Hey everybody, so we're here to change a tire on an RV. We're going to go ahead and show you how to get the spare tire out on this thing. Okay, so we're underneath the RV now where the spare's at. This is usually how they're held in. And you'll find most of the time that people will chain them together like this. I've already disconnected this one, but basically you'll have to undo the chain and feed it out from the center. And then you also have usually like a 5/8 bolt right here with a deep socket, and you're gonna have to get that off as well. You can pull that chain through there like that and then feed it. This one won't fit. The impact won't fit into the diameter of the wheel. Where it hits the bolt here, this is one to hit the edge of the wheel. So I can't get onto the bolt. I'm gonna have to grab an extension. Alright, so I had to get an extension. Rust all falling in my ear. Alright, so we'll put this extension on. That should give us the clearance that we need so we can get directly onto the bolt head. The problem is, as soon as this thing comes off, it's going to want to jam down and it's going to hit my gun against the ground, and I'm going to try to hold some of the weight off of it with my left arm like this, but it's going to come crashing down. This isn't a good design how they have these things. And no, you don't want to keep the chain on it while you do this, because trying to get the chain off with the tension of the wheel is even worse. Just like I said, hit the gun, bottomed it out. We used our arm to block it. These things will come down on you something fierce. They have jammed my hands, my fingers, almost broke my jaw one time. They're no joke, man. They're no joke. That's for sure. Alright. So now that we have that out, we'll go ahead and pull this chain out of here. Wrap the chain up. Then we'll put the nut back on. Not so the nut won't get lost. There's no way that I could put the spare back underneath here. I can't bench press it and tighten that nut and get that on there. There's just no way for me to do it. You got to put this thing on a lift to get that under there, to get that done. So that's the best that I can do. And then we'll drag this thing out. As always, whenever getting a spare tire out, you want to definitely check the air pressure on it. Make sure it's good to go. 78 pounds. This one calls for never exceed 40 psi. There we go. All right, 80 psi. That sounds about right. All right, that's close enough to 80 for me. I'll go ahead and put that baby on. Okay, so we're underneath the vehicle now. We're gonna go ahead and start cranking the baby up. All right, good deal. See, we got air under both tires, so we're off the ground. All right. We're using a 22 millimeter on this one. Let's come in here, turn this Milwaukee impact to number 3. Making sure it doesn't have a dowel pin. It has a hole here. That smaller hole is for a dowel pin. So I'm making sure there's not one before I put it on, because if not, that'll keep it from going on. There's not one on this one, so we should be good to go. Make sure you thread each lug nut by hand, turning it at least 5 times before using an impact or a 4-way or anything on it. I always hand tighten them at least 5 rotations. All right, and then we'll turn our Milwaukee drill to setting number 2, which will have the right amount of torque for this wheel, and we'll go ahead and start it on the top. I always go around it one more time just to make sure 100% that everything's tight. That way, if anything should happen later, I know with full confidence that I had those lug nuts on completely tight. So put them on in the cross pattern and then do what I call around the world. Just go check them all, make sure they're all tight. I'll go ahead and let this jack down. All right, you guys, well, that's the end of our tire change on our what is this, E450 motorhome. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope this helped you out. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Drop us a comment, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye now.